Hey there, RZF Action. My name is Franklin Pham. I run Team Pham. Number 4 in the coach.
Corey Adams here, aka Uncle Rico's All Stars. I think I came in. My record was 5-8, but don't let that discourage you. I'll be back. 17. More vengeance from me.
I want to welcome everybody to the Red Zone Faction tonight. We are here with Franklin Pham and Corey Adams. These two guys play with us in the Red Zone Faction Fantasy Football League. They're our first two guests of the series. We're going to ask them some questions and see how they feel about their 2016 season. Franklin, we'll start with you. 2016, you made the playoffs. It was your first year in the league. Both of you. It was actually both of your, yeah, right?
Yep, it was.
Right, okay. Franklin, first year in the league, you made the playoffs. What round did you go out?
Came out in the first round.
Lost in the first round to
Dustin.
What did you learn in that first season that you'll take into 17?
Take my drafts better. My draft picks. Learning to just go on.
Yeah.
Thought I did very good in the beginning, towards the end.
You had a good draft, you felt like?
I had a good draft.
Good strategy?
Good strategy. Good
Yeah.
amount of people that I picked. It's just, it gave up on me towards the end when I really needed.
Yeah.
And I will learn from that in the offseason.
Absolutely. All right. And Corey, same question for you. Did you learn anything in 16 that you'll take into 17?
Yeah, it's different when you play with a different league. Trying to learn each player, the way they draft. 'Cause it's very different. I mean, in my other league, it's not so running back heavy, and also I think there was 3 running backs you could do in this league, so that was different for me. But yeah, I think I would change my drafting strategy. Probably pick up some more players, and I was kind of, my injuries really killed me this year.
Really did, right? You had Gronk.
I did have Gronk first round. So,
right. Yeah. All right. And okay, let's talk about a little bit of favorite teams here. Franklin, you're a Clemson fan, right? Congratulations on your national championship.
Thank you.
Clemson. Let's talk Clemson 2017. What can you tell me about 17?
2017 is going to be a rebuilding year for Clemson and Dabo. But knowing Dabo, he's going to have a very good recruiting class. And as always, he's going to have a good quarterback that's going to be coming in.
Yeah.
In Kelly Bryant.
Kelly Bryant,
yeah, he was a third-string quarterback to Deshaun. But he stepped up, he got the nod from Dabo, and he's going to be starting. Just watch out for him and a new Clemson team.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Corey's an Auburn fan. We're going to have lots of them on the show. We've got a ton of Auburn fans going to be on the show. That's what I can't wait to hear all the different answers I get, because I didn't realize how many Auburn fans are in both leagues combined. It is insane, the number of Auburn fans. And I guarantee you they're probably all going to have different answers. This is what I can't wait to put this all together.
Yeah.
Auburn 2016. Your opinion, your thoughts, and what happened?
Well, I guess I'll start with the defense. Still did a very good job on defense. We actually got better every game. We started out the gate against Clemson, played them very well against a very good quarterback. Defense was there. Offense, on the other hand, quarterback. I mean, you can't say enough. There's no quarterback there at all.
Right.
Nick Marshall was very good the year before. He wasn't really a quarterback, but he was an athlete that made it work.
Right.
This year, John fucking the third, he's a wide receiver. I just got an update today as he might be moving to wide receiver, which is great.
Okay.
And then Sean White's good, but he's just not that caliber quarterback.
Right.
For Auburn.
Not the answer.
Definitely not.
I've heard that quite a few times from many different Auburn fans. So your expectations for 17?
Well, there's a lot of good changes in the offseason. I think Rhett Lashley, I think he's going to Arizona State or somewhere, Arkansas State. But we picked up Chip Lindsey, and he's very new. He hasn't had that much experience, maybe 5 years college football experience and all. But maybe fresh blood. I mean, I know Gus Malzahn is probably going to take over the offense anyway.
Right.
And then still can only, it's going to be hard to top his performance from the year before. But we also had a transfer from Baylor, still don't come in. We also have Woody Harris. His red shirt will be done, so we'll be able to use him. So I'm feeling pretty optimistic about the 2017 season.
Right. That sounds good. Sounds good. I mean, even a Bama fan here, I mean, you know, a good Auburn only makes us better too. You know, it's the way you have to look at it sometimes. You know,
point.
I mean, when one of us is good, you know, the other one's got to keep up. It just makes us better. You know,
Competition.
right? Absolutely. All right, we'll skip over to the from college to the pros. Corey, we'll start with you. Saints fan. Now, you haven't seen my last show because it's in the process of loading. But I gave my opinion on Saints fans, and just so you know, it's not personal, and I wasn't talking about you.
No,
you're one of the few that know what they're talking about. So we'll go ahead and start with that before that goes any further. But the Saints in 2016, they were I don't even know where to begin. But I'll let you answer that question. 16, what happened?
16 offense, you know, number one offense. I mean, it's going to be weakened, I think, a little bit in 17. Defense can't get any worse than 2016. I mean, we were getting shredded left and right. Offense had to score more points than the defense.
Right.
Hence, number one offense, or we wouldn't even be a contender at all. But I think 17 is gonna. I think Breeze has a couple more years in him. He's starting to age a little bit, but you know, you can't deny the numbers. The numbers are there.
Right.
So
Drew Brees is Drew Brees. As long as he's there, the Saints are. They've always got a shot. As long as you've got 9 under center. Franklin, you and I were talking off camera earlier because I've always known you to be a Minnesota Vikings fan. Yeah, but we were talking earlier today and talking about Adrian Peterson. He's no longer with the Vikings. That kind of changed your perspective on your NFL favorite team, didn't it?
It does.
Yeah. So you're not necessarily a Vikings fan, you're an AP fan, which is fine. I know many like that. It's okay to be a fan of a player, not so much a team. Would you agree with that statement?
I would definitely agree with it, but I always call myself, I'm just a football fan. Not necessarily have a team that I necessarily like. Just AP happened to be with the Vikings.
I will have to add, I did go to Minneapolis this past year.
Yeah.
And the stadium is awesome.
Nice.
It is incredible. So that made me number 2 team is Vikings for me.
That's
now.
good because they have played in crap forever.
True.
That old stadium was in bad shape. So good. I'm glad. That's awesome. That is awesome. So Viking questions, I guess, are out the door. Your opinion on AP and where do you think he might land?
I have about 2 options. I think he has about 2 options. He goes to the New York Giants, which I would think is a way better fit for him.
I hope not.
And hopefully he does not go to the New England Patriots.
That's kind of where I'm hoping he goes. So we're on opposite sides.
I know that he wants a championship, but I'm pretty sure he wants to work for that championship instead of going the easy way out.
The rumor that he was thinking about taking less money to go to New England to win a championship. Now look, and I say again, this is something on my last podcast I talked about. It's so unfair. Could you imagine AP behind Brady? Oh my God. I mean, really. It's AP and he's aging. I know, he's not the AP of old. But every time you say that, he turns around and he rushes for 1,000 yards. You can't ever bet against, I say this about Brady, but you can never bet against Peterson.
I don't know. I'm kind of on the, I think AP's done. It's
AP's
different
done.
coming from a running back to a quarterback. Quarterback's a lot more longevity than
AP tore his ACL. They told him he was done. Everybody was, he's done. He was the leading rusher the very next year. What? Where did that come from? Only AP. I'm not ready to give up on him yet. I know I'm going to end up being alone in this, but I think that he is.
I can see it.
He's definitely older. It's going to happen, but until I see it, I'm not betting against him. I got to see it with my own eyes.
Whatever team he goes on, I think he will be the lead rusher. I'm confident in AP. When he comes back from injury, what doesn't kill him, make him stronger.
People were saying that if he goes to New England, it's like the Kevin Durant deal, where he's selling out, going to the other team. I don't look at it that way. Now, I told you this off camera earlier. It'd be different if he went to the Packers. Like if AP went to the Packers and went and won a Super Bowl with them, or went, you know what I mean? I could see the Kevin Durant connection. If he goes to New England, there's no connection. That's not only is that not in the division, it's not even in the conference.
Yeah.
You can't do that. When Kevin Durant left Oklahoma City, he went to Golden State. They're right next door to each other. They're playing the same deal. You know what I mean? So yeah, you went to the enemy that beat you in the playoffs. You sold out.
Yeah, and
I don't have a problem with what he did.
Offensive line. I would rather pick the New England line than Giants.
Right, because the Giants is terrible. But as an Eagles fan, I do not want this man in New York. Period. I do not want to have to face him twice a year. No.
But you also have to think AP will be with a Manning. And Manning's will always.
I would rather see AP with a Brady.
Manning.
Brady.
Eli's not Peyton.
Even though Eli is not like Payne, but he's a Manning, and what they do whatever it takes to win. They make miracles happen. And the last time that Eli had an elite running back with him, he won the Super Bowl. Brandon Jacobs, happens. So if AP goes to New York will have something to be proud about.
Yeah.
It would definitely be a big pickup for sure.
Right. Well, it was both of you guys' first year in the Red Zone faction. Did you guys have a good time?
I had an excellent time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a blast. It was.
So who are you going for next year?
Well, obviously, I mean, the winner. You gotta go for
the champ.
Yeah.
Go against the champ.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That champ, he's back to back.
But now I know how the league is. You know, I'm not saying I'm a hustler, but I'm gonna do a lot better than I did this first year.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm glad you two guys were on the show at the same time, because you two guys were neck and neck most of the year. Like from where I was sitting up high watching all of you kill each other, it was like you two guys were attached at the hip. You two guys, if one of y'all lose, the other one lost. If one of y'all would win, the other one would win. And it was like that for most of the season. You two guys couldn't get away from each other as far as your records and everything went. Your names were stuck side by side almost the entire season, up until the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season, when Pham finally pulled away and got a couple of wins, and Corey went on a losing streak.
Yeah.
Injuries got both of you at the end of the day, but you two guys were like so, and even your teams were very even as far as your entire rosters go. I do think, and Corey, I was watching you early on, and when you had Gronk, you had like the X factor of the whole thing. Gronk doesn't get hurt. I'm worried. I'm watching you. You know what I mean? Like it was that easy. This guy over here had Freeman, and was just killing everybody. Not named Dez, but I mean. Dez was your thorn, but y'all have Dez, aka Dustin, on the show later on, and he'll give his 2 cents because he's already running his mouth. He's
Too
talking.
much faith in Carson Palmer too.
Yeah.
I really thought he was gonna be the old Carson Palmer
Yeah.
before, and that mixed with Gronk, mixed with C.J. Anderson going down.
Right. Yeah.
Just-
So many injuries. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had every one of those guys you just mentioned in other leagues, and it was just, the year before I had Palmer, and he was one of the reasons I won the league. And this year, I went into the draft thinking, if I can get him at a reasonable price, he will lead me back to glory. You got him, so I didn't get him, and I was kind of thankful, but I ended up with Roethlisberger and Brady, so it really didn't matter at the end of the day. Nobody wanted Brady because of the suspension. I was happy to take him in the later rounds,
Incredible.
but yeah.
It still pisses
That's just
me off.
something.
Yeah,
Something.
yeah.
Including your Ezekiel Elliott and all your running backs lined up. That was all the other players' faults for letting you.
When it got back to me in the second, third rounds, I was like, I just can't. But it's like, why isn't anybody taking these running backs? Why are they still here? When Zeke got to me, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I took David Johnson 4th overall, and it comes around. I'm picking at the end of the second round, and I'm sitting there looking at Zeke, and I'm like, do I really want a Cowboy on my fantasy team? I can't. I don't draft Cowboys. I don't draft Giants, and I don't draft Redskins. I just don't. It's in my heart. I can't do it. It's impossible. So when I put his name on that board, I had mixed feelings, but I couldn't help but chuckle because I'm like, if this guy's half of what people say he is, I'm gonna destroy everybody in this league.
You saw numbers, and then it wasn't that.
Yeah. I mean, it happened, and then I'm like, this was just too easy. How did this happen? And I lost the last week of the season to Tyrone, the last place team.
But with all that
He
said
took away
and
my
done,
perfect season.
with all that said and done, you did kind of hurt yourself because you did talk a lot of smack.
Well, I may have. But I don't think I hurt myself. I mean, she's hanging on my wall. That's my 2016 title. The 2017 title is here, so this is up for grabs. This is it for next year. This is.
Don't get that belt comfortable. It's not gonna
This is what I told him earlier. They don't ever seem to leave my house. I order them and they just kind of hang out. I take them to work, show them off to everybody, so everybody to remember. Hey, here, look, this is up for grabs, and everybody's just like, yeah, that's really nice.
That's it. The belt gets too comfortable here. We need a third party to hold.
Is that what it
belt.
is? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some juju going on. It is evil.
I'm expecting this year's draft, 2017's draft, to be different. But I said this last year because the exact same thing happened 2 years in a row, and that's why I went and said, we're gonna change the winnings because we were playing for money too. 2 years in a row I won. It's the only 2 years we've ever done a live draft because before that we were not doing live drafts. So 2 years live drafts, 2 years champion. So until I told Bert, because Bert got all upset about it, he's like, no, I want to play for money. I'm like, beat me. You beat me, the next year we'll play for money. Beat me.
I do have to say,
And I'd say that's a challenge to the league. Beat me.
the live draft was really fun.
Yeah.
It's the first live draft I've done, and that puts a whole new perspective on the whole season
Yeah.
when you do that. I mean,
Right.
You actually engage day one
Yeah.
when you do that in person. So it was really cool doing that. And
Right.
I hope I will continue each league I'm in. I hope
Yeah.
I'm in that. They're doing a live thing. It's really cool.
It's so much different. The automated is a joke, but even doing like online drafts are different. I prefer the live drafts at the same place. Everybody's together. I mean, how often do a lot of us work together? We all work, at the hotel, but a lot of it, you're not there anymore. The only time you ever see each other is at the draft. The other league the Lost Tribe of Alabama, the other league that's going to be in this. I've been playing with these guys since like 2002-ish. That's like 15 years. Now, outside of my brother and my buddy Sam, which happens to live in the same complex, I don't see these guys, but at the draft. So, but every year, it's pretty much the same guys since 2002, 2003. I can't remember exactly what year it started.
Reunion.
Yeah, it's really what it is. Yeah. And I'm hoping, that's what I'm hoping for this one. Because this league, I love this league. I love the guys that play in this. Last year was so much fun. I know I'm winning or whatever, but it's outside of that.
Of course it's fun.
Like, I love talking smack with you guys, and everybody's just having fun. Just real quick, give me your 14 playoff for next year's college football playoff. Corey, go first.
Alabama. I think it's going to be the last year they'll be in there.
Even with Jalen Hurts only being a sophomore?
Yeah, I really do. I think you have a target like you do most of the time, but I think competition is starting to become a little bit more fierce.
Okay.
And I think Florida State is going to make it. I think Florida State, they're looking pretty.
They play each other week 1.
Yeah. But
I'm excited about that game.
Like most time, you drop one.
Yeah.
It doesn't like
You drop one early, right. You can get it back.
And I think Washington will make it back in there.
Okay.
And the fourth one, that's a tough one. I'll probably have to say Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say Wisconsin.
Okay. How about you, Corey? Franklin?
Alabama. Of course, Alabama's going to be in it. They're always going to contend for it. Clemson is a team also. Ohio State. And I'm at another Big Ten team, Michigan. Them 4 teams are something to watch for.
Jay's going to love you. Okay.
You know what? I think I would want to put Michigan in there. Yeah. I like Michigan pick. Ohio State, I think. With Harbaugh, Michigan's going to get better and better.
Right.
That's just how it is, but I don't think Ohio State will make it, but it's a good call. Good call, Mike. Michigan. Yeah.
That's cool. Super Bowl. I know it's March. We ain't even got this spring training yet. Give me your Super Bowl team just for some giggles. Give me the 2 Super Bowl teams.
Patriots and Seahawks.
Wow, again? Wow. Again? I hear you.
Yeah, Wilson's one to get that off his shoulder.
Okay.
I'll say Pats, I think, will make it.
Yeah.
The
Packers, that's good.
Yeah, I think Rodgers is he's going to come back with a little bit of vengeance.
I want to thank you guys for coming in and doing the podcast with me this week, and we'll do this again sometime.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us on.
No problem. That's going to do it for tonight. Stay tuned. We're going to have Burt Belcase and Jeremiah on. Jeremiah Odom's going to be on, and they'll be next. And you guys have a good night.
Peace. I'm also, you're sexy. Change the tape.